Welcome back to the From the Jump podcast. This is episode number 2. I'm here with my guest, Neal Oates Jr. Thank you for being on today.
My pleasure, sir.
Yes, sir.
My
He
pleasure.
is my great friend. I know him from Potential Church. Why are you shaking your head?
It's
If you guys are listening, he's shaking his head.
it's not mutual. So you are my friend. No, I'm your friend. You're not my friend.
So it's not back and forth?
It's not a mutual relationship. It's
All right,
more,
let me finish this intro and then
Oh,
we'll
my
get
bad,
into it.
my bad.
He's a real estate broker, luxury real estate broker. He is a speaker.
Yes.
You speak sometimes.
Yeah, I like to use my voice sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's a great guy. So thank you for being on, man. How's it going?
It's going good. I feel like you buttered me up now with the.
I'm his hype man.
So first of all, the things that you said as far as me being a great guy, I just want to
Yes.
let everyone know that's the very first time I've ever heard you say that.
Oh, really?
I've heard you
No.
say some other things about me, but none of them were anything nearly as positive as
I hype you up more than probably anybody I know.
But that's behind my back.
Do you want me to tell it to you?
Yes.
I just told you. You're a great guy.
You know what?
You're a great family man.
Okay.
Great church man.
I agree.
Great motivator.
Right?
Great mentor.
Yes.
Great friend.
Yes, and I'm handsome.
Let's take it easy.
Yeah.
I gave you enough. Let's take it easy.
It's okay. All right. No. So
So
thank you for having me. Thank you.
I appreciate you coming on.
All right.
Yeah, so how's it going?
It's going good. Life in general
Yes.
is fantastic. It's a good time to be me.
Really? Why?
Yes, because I'm on From the Jump
Yes, sir.
podcast. No, not really. No, that is one thing. But other than that, summer is here. So I'm spending time with the wife, the son, with kids at church, just with kids from school that I'm hanging out with. And business. This is a great time for business.
Really? For real estate?
Oh yeah, because people who wanted to buy or sell before, now that they don't have school.
That makes sense.
So now there's flexibility. They can come down, make some purchasing decisions, or decide to sell. So that's always a good thing for me.
Interesting. And what do you do at the church?
At the church, I am. I feel like I'm a janitor, but I feel like I'm a janitor with almost every aspect
Yeah.
of my life. I just go around and clean up people's messes. That's what that's my unofficial title. But at the church, I'm just one of the high level volunteers with our kids
High
ministry. Of course.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a peasant. You have to speak things as though they were. I'm a high level volunteer.
To start off, what's the name of your real estate company?
Oh,
all of this will make sense once he mentions the name of his company.
Little house, world-renowned real estate.
World-renowned real estate.
World-renowned real estate.
So anybody that's a part of world-renowned real estate is high level?
Not everyone, but if they are part of world-renowned and they're not high level, they're not part of world-renowned long. So they come in and we get them out, and that's just something I want to share real quick. Throughout this podcast, I would like to just be able to interject. I would like that
Definitely.
freedom, but that. When in business, if you see an issue, I know how you said, is everyone high level? They're not. We don't hesitate, and this is something that I exercise in life. I don't hesitate to make a tough decision early on. So while I will be generous and have grace, but if I see it's not going to work,
You cut it off?
We're performing surgery right then. But wait, hold on, what happened? Yes, you didn't catch up to speed fast enough. But yeah, world-renowned real estate.
I love it. How many people do you have on the team?
Right now, there are 15 agents, including myself. I'm looking to maybe get to about 20, but I want to do something that probably I know that hasn't been done in the real estate industry. I'm following Ben Caballero, his example to sell.
I saw it on LinkedIn.
Yes,
he sold $2 billion.
No, he sold 1.9 billion.
thing. Come on.
A record of
Round up.
1.9 billion. We don't round up, baby.
Wait, is just this year?
Yes,
Last year, 2017?
Yes, because he's the only broker, and it's a creative way that he did it, and I absolutely love the way that he did it. Other of our colleagues and other agents say, well, no, that's not technically whatever. They're haters. Don't be a hater. So the way he did it, so the fact that he sold $1 billion in real estate for the past 3 years in a row, I absolutely find intriguing.
amazing.
My gosh. And so for me, I have goals for myself, for the agents, for the brokerage. And so for the, 15, hopefully 20 agents, want to max it out there so that I can have my fingerprint on everything to be able to do, we want to double that. We want to do 2 million, between 20 agents, it's not, unheard of, but to be a first generation realtor who doesn't speak who doesn't speak Spanish, who only speaks English in this market that we're in here in South Florida, it would be exciting.
And what's your end goal with real estate? You've told me, but
Oh,
tell the people.
my end goal. So I
Yeah.
turned 36 2 days
Yes.
ago. So I turned 36.
By the time you listen to this, probably 10 or 15 days ago.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So on June 10th. So if you
Yes.
guys see me or hear me anywhere, June 10th every year is the most important day of the year. Make sure you find me, seek me out, and I accept cash out, monetary donations. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that or not, but you said this was relaxed
Yes,
and
sir.
unfiltered.
Mhm.
So I also accept under the table payments
Okay.
as far as
Definitely.
now. Of course, I'm going to tithe and give my portion back to the church.
the 10%.
But yes, nine. I'm a negotiator, so we
Okay.
might do 9.5. Like nine
You
and a
got down to
half,
9.5?
9.75.
Okay.
See if we can do something like
Yep.
that. Or socks, bow ties, any of that. Get it over to me. I'm good.
So
with
they'll
that.
talk to you in like 350 days.
Yes.
Yes. By the time they listen to this, probably around 350 days.
350 days. Now, early birthday presents.
Oh, you got the early bird special.
So
Okay.
you could talk to me in 5 days whenever this comes out. I'm not
You can make
hard
it
to
happen?
find. I tell everyone I'm not hard to find if you're looking for the best. And I know it sounds egotistical, but it's true.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's it.
God, when I first scheduled this guy to be on the podcast, I knew he was gonna come with the fire.
I mean,
I knew it.
because it's a part of the lifestyle. Like I don't have
Yeah.
to come with anything additional. It's just who I am.
I know, but just most people they aren't like this, which is it's not a bad thing, but that's what makes you you.
Yeah, so
It's
that's
awesome.
So it is awesome. You know what? You've given me 2 compliments today. I'm gonna start telling. Wait, I'm going to. So you
got a little notepad?
No. So this is my money book.
Okay, if you're listening, he has a little money book, a little notepad.
I have a moleskin book, and I
Okay.
keep a little small pen with me. And everywhere I go, I don't care if I go to the beach. So my wife and I would like to go to the beach all
Yeah.
the time, or if I'm at church with the kids, if I'm in the school. When I wake up in the morning, this money book, this little small moleskin notepad, goes with me every single where I go. You will never find me without this, because this is where all of my ideas go down. So I don't ever want to miss an opportunity.
Yeah.
So that's what the moleskin is for. And I do tell people that if you find it, it has all of my contact info in there. And
Just in case you lose it.
And it says, as a reward, there's a $100 reward if you find this book.
Oh, yeah?
Now, that doesn't mean try to beat me up and take it from me, because you'll be having a lot more than $100 in medical bills, Alex. However...
not me. Like,
no, I mean...
other people.
I know, but
if it was...
you would probably be the one to try it, and I'm telling you right now that it would be a very bad idea.
For you.
No, okay. Well, since it's your podcast, we're gonna say it would be a bad idea for me.
Mm-hmm.
But this is something that I learned early on: never miss an idea, never miss an opportunity. So I keep that with me everywhere I go. So yeah.
So what are you writing it?
So
just different ideas that pop up in your head?
Anything. So it could be whether I'm, since I'm in real estate, you always have to be ready for a client to contact you. So if a call comes in, I need to take down the information, or if one of my clients refers me to someone, I'll take that down. If I'm writing and I have an idea for a YouTube video or a sketch or a segment on my vlog, I put that in. If I have an idea of something I want to do nice for my wife, or a way that I need, or a client that I need to repay or do something for, I'll just jot it down, and then I'll go through and I'll go back and I'll highlight it yellow once it's complete, or
Awesome.
pink
That's smart.
if it's
I need to
incomplete.
start doing that.
I mean, there's a lot of things that you need to start doing.
Yeah? Like, give me a few.
The very first thing that you need to start doing is you need to fix your pants, man.
If you're listening, I have a pretty big hole in my jeans on the right side, just on the right knee.
It is gigantic. It is enormous. So that.
Do you want me to give you the reason why?
Okay, go ahead. I mean, now you do know that it doesn't matter, because I don't care why.
No excuses?
No excuses.
Okay,
I don't care, but go ahead.
I understand, but this is what happened.
So
I bought the jeans.
Wait. You're about to say what had happened was. See, in Alabama, we say what had happened was.
Okay, I got you. What had happened was I bought the jeans, and the hole was pretty small. But then my dog, she saw the little ends that were tattered, and she bites them and she rips them like that.
Okay,
so that's why the hole has gotten wider and wider.
And I know you guys couldn't hear, but as he's demonstrating, he's ripping it even more. Now, me being from Alabama, what I'm used to seeing
Wrangler
jorts.
jeans.
No, jorts.
Oh.
So jean shorts.
Okay.
So I would absolutely love for you to get something up for your audience.
Yes.
To show if you just need to go ahead and first of all, ask if the hole is too big, and the answer is yes. What by far?
I'm gonna do a poll on Instagram.
Okay, and then
the people will decide.
And then we need to go ahead and cut those. They can't be saved. Cut them into shorts.
No.
Cut them into shorts so you can have your jean shorts. I know you have. Have you ever had a pair of jean shorts?
Never.
You've never had a pair of jean shorts.
I wear khaki shorts. Never jean shorts.
I've seen those. So your first pair.
I'm close though.
I'm
close.
Your first pair of jean shorts. That's what you should do a poll about. You should do a poll if they should turn those into shorts. And when you have an overwhelming yes, you should go ahead and cut both legs and then debut those on. You should do your podcast in your new shorts, in your new jean shorts, jean shorts that you cut, and then you can. Dude, stop.
It's too much with the tattering on the sides. If you guys can't see, there's a lot. It looks very messy. Okay, so that's the first thing. You need to start wearing better pants. And these are American Eagle. They're good quality.
I don't care about the brand. And the second thing, stop wearing pants that are so tight.
I wear slim fit pants. If you're listening and watching, you don't know me. I wear slim fit. I don't wear skinny jeans. These are not skinny jeans. Well, I just have really huge, muscly legs, so it's really hard. And I have a really small, tight waist, so it's really hard for me to find jeans that fit my, You know what? My body.
I have a solution.
What's the
jeggings?
Solution?
Jeggings.
Define jeggings.
Get jeggings.
What are jeggings?
Man, your sister probably has some jeggings.
All my girls in my family probably have jeggings.
So just get a pair of those at least.
Borrow them, try them out.
They would probably be looser than your
really.
The jeggings would probably be looser than what you're calling your what were they? Slim fit.
Slim fit. Yes. These are slim fit.
And those aren't skinny.
These are not. I'll show you the tag right now.
No. So
you want to see the tag?
So there's something tighter than what you're wearing.
They're skinny. They're skinny. Then there's slim, which I'm wearing. Then there's baggy denim. Like Wrangler, which you wear. You get from Target.
I don't wear those. Why are you knocking Target? Okay, so Target, I just want to give a shout out to Target right now.
They don't want your shout out.
Oh, no?
I don't think you rocking the jeans gives them a good look.
Oh, but I hardly. So the reason that my casual apparel
this podcast has gone off the rails.
the reason my casual apparel is so
yes.
We're just gonna say lacking is because I never wear jeans. So I have two extremes. So the first one is I'm always in slacks, button down, bow tie, business because of the clientele I service. And
which is
high-end affluent clientele, the high net worth individuals, ultra luxury or wealthy. We don't like to say rich, so we say affluent or affluent. So that's the primary, or I'm with kids. So you're either going to see me
there's no in between
dressed to the nines with a bow tie, button down.
So is this your nines outfit?
So this is I had a home inspection. We were outside. It was hot. So this is me being professional.
Really?
So I did not dress up for you. And then after this, I have my change of clothes in the car because we'll be having kids camp this week, and it is shorts, huaraches.
It's like it's a dad outfit.
No, it's not a dad.
Look up dad outfit on Google, and you'll see exactly what he's wearing.
It is not a dad outfit.
Those old school Nikes, very, very plain old school.
Oh,
the shorts that are way too high, riding up on his thighs, and then the shirt that's tucked in with a belt.
Okay, now what
is that your dad outfit?
Yes, I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
I'm just going to say yes.
What if you want to go out to dinner?
Just for giggles.
What if you want to go out to dinner? Where's your in between?
So when I go to dinner, when I take the wife to dinner, what I do is I have a philosophy. I always strive to be the best dressed person in the room.
Or you're not. Well, not today. You're falling a little short. If you're listening, he's falling short today. Whoever's watching can already look at your. Come on,
everyone.
It's easy.
Anyone. First of all, if they're listening to you,
yes,
they know you probably. They know you.
They know me,
and they know that when you may be fashionable, you may be fashionable.
They say fashionista.
Fashionista.
That's what they've said. Yes.
Who is they?
The people.
Who are the people? The people have spoken.
The people have spoken. There's fashionista, but then I've kind of created this new thing where it's a fashionisto. It's a new thing.
I would not be surprised. When I see you, I think more fashionista.
But like in Spanish, that means girl.
I understand.
Like the A means
Lo siento, mi español no es muy bueno. So it's not very good, but I speak a little bit. So
you understand?
I understand I and O.
Okay.
So when I see you, that doesn't change my perception.
No.
I think fashionista.
Why is that?
Because of how tight your pants are, dude. That's one.
It's the style.
It's not okay. All right.
This has gone way too long.
So we got stuck here.
How about we'll take it? If you guys are listening, once I release this, I'm gonna put a picture on my Instagram story at @ACAlba_. Me versus him, the outfit that we're wearing while we're shooting this podcast. You guys can vote. Who's better looking?
And
better dressed.
And when you do that, if you would you please also get the shoes?
Yes.
And the reason being, because I'm in the studio right now in my socks, simply because when
So keep the socks.
So the reason I am in my socks,
back that up a
no, they smell good.
Okay.
The reason I'm in my socks is all about respect, and this is something that, so other than your clothes and your pants and bigger pants or less tight pants, respect. Man, respect. When you go into a studio or someone else's home, you do as they do or as they expect. So when I come in, when I come in and I see your engineer with his socks off, I mean with his shoes off and in his socks, I immediately, within 3 seconds, I'm like, oh, okay. I start taking
He took his shoes off.
I take my shoes off because that is one of the things where it's expected, I believe, if they're going to honor or if they're going to value and cherish their home, then I have to do the same thing. That's an unspoken rule of working with the affluent.
Yes.
However, this guy starts making, or he starts giving me reasons, which I like to call excuses of why. Oh, but I've known him all my life.
He's like my brother.
I understand that, but let me tell you what I know. I don't care.
Okay, no excuses.
So, no excuses.
You're a no excuses guy.
So no excuses and accountability. So for me, if I were, and I am on the outside looking in, if I see, even though we're in his studio and he has no shoes on, regardless of the relationship and the dynamic that you guys have, to me, I see disrespect.
I could agree with you in some cases, definitely. In some cases.
Okay.
Yes.
And this would be a case where,
I don't know if this would be a case.
I mean, but the reality.
Maybe I didn't notice.
No, but the reality is that perception, unfortunately, is reality.
Definitely.
And my dad, he told me a long time ago, I think I was about 11 years old, that reality can hurt you, but perception can kill you. And we see a lot of that, and not just in relationships or just day-to-day life, but we see it in politics, which we're never supposed to speak about, which I will probably be speaking about because I like doing what I'm not supposed to do. So if that's the case, if you guys hear a hard break and a right turn here in this podcast,
it's because I cut that part out.
It's because he edited all of that. So
no, this is unedited, raw.
So so you want to know my political view? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going there. So it's one of the things where, like my dad said, right now 25 years ago, about 25 years ago.
So you were 11.
So reality can hurt you, but perception can kill you. And so that's one of the things that stuck with me for a very long time, and that's why I'm always making sure that in order for things to be right, they have to appear right a lot of times. So that's always at the forefront of my mind. So when I come in and I'm aware and I see things like that, I come and look at my.
You're very detailed.
But it's not by my nature. I believe it's because I've always wanted to be the best at whatever it is I'm doing. So my strength is also my weakness or my flaw, because I would come in and I might overanalyze a situation. However, in my head, I'm saying, all right, well, it's this. And you're like, dude, it's just because I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
Or because I'm not wearing socks or one of my socks has a hole in it. But if that's the case, that's more of a reason to take your shoe off during the podcast if you have a hole in your sock, to show the people that you're regular, because you are extra regular.
Extra regular?
You're extra regular.
So that's a good thing, right?
It's one of these things.
I don't like that sound effect. Whenever somebody says that or makes that sound,
it
that's not
depends.
good.
It depends on if you're trying to reach an extra regular audience.
Yes, it all depends.
So, I'm
not trying to reach a very liberal, like just kind of like by the book audience. That's not what I'm trying to do.
Okay, good, because if so, they probably stopped this podcast.
They'd stop it with 2 minutes in.
They were like, oh Lord, this is going the wrong direction.
Yeah.
We don't want.
We talked about jeans and for probably like a solid 10 minutes.
I know, especially to a guy who doesn't wear jeans. All right, so what else do you have for me, man? I'm excited. I'll tell you, you got a nice setup here.
Thank you. Yeah.
You got me looking good. But that's not hard to do. That's really not hard to do. Look at me.
Give the people a smile.
Oh, a smile. I thought you wanted me to give them the.
Oh.
That's my money shot. That's my.
Okay.
Now
don't say that.
This is where I say it. If you guys are listening right now, I narrate my own life. You got to be skilled to narrate your own life. Right now, I'm smiling.
If you're listening, he's smiling right at the camera, very creepily, very creepily. Okay, now maybe now he's pointing at the camera. Okay.
Do you have a move or something that you do?
Like with girls?
No, I'm absolutely not. Some stuff is just understood. No, do you have like a signature move, like where you give it when you're in your zone, that you do, other than just
I'll point with my lips.
You what?
I'll point with my, like, what do you mean? Like if I want to.
Is that your move?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Like if I see somebody across the room that I think they're kind of, they're a little cute, I'll be like.
I'm not talking about I'm not talking about with
What
girls.
are you
I'm just saying.
talking
So for instance, like with me, you know how some people have the point
bang,
or the
bang.
wink in the gun
Mm-hmm.
or something like that. What is? I'm just curious. What is that you do
In what situation?
in any situation?
It depends on the situation.
Oh, man,
Come on.
so-
If we're at church, maybe it's something else. Or if we're at maybe a house party, then that's a little different.
You do?
So-
Okay, see, because mine is always the same.
What is it?
And mine is whether I'm dealing with my babies, from kinder all the way up to adult. Mine is like the double salute.
Oh, really?
So regardless who it is, boy, girl, young man.
That's cool. No, but like I think like my charisma just kind of takes over the room that I'm in, so I don't really need these type of extra moves.
But it's not for me. So for me,
Yeah.
unfortunately and unfortunately, with the little bit of notoriety, the 3 people that actually know who I am, it's all about acknowledging
Look
and
up
taking
Neal
time.
Oates Jr. on Google. You'll find a lot of articles and a lot of videos hyping this guy up.
I mean, I don't know if it's hype, but it's the truth, so I don't know if it's the hype.
No, it could be the truth, but they're just
Oh, okay, yeah. So I mean,
Hype is good.
that, hype is good.
Yeah.
And now I know you said that you're my hype man, but I've been my own hype man for about
Absolutely.
13 years.
Yes.
And it's one of those things where it borderlines on being obnoxious and having an ego, but then I feel a lot like Terrell Owens. Hopefully he goes to the Hall of Fame, or I've heard, since I don't watch TV, I've heard that he might boycott the Hall of Fame induction or whatever. But for me, I'm my own biggest fan, because I don't think anyone's going to love me or appreciate me like I appreciate myself, and that's my wife, my son included. So it's one of these things where if I'm not a Neal Oates Jr. fan, then I can't expect anyone else to be.
That's interesting.
And I mean, how do you feel? Who do you think is your biggest fan?
Me.
And right,
It has to be, though.
It has to be, because if you don't buy into you, why would I be here?
Exactly.
If you're not like, Neal, I have this great thing going on. It's all about me, and I'm like, well, how do you feel about it? It's okay. I'm like, ooh, I don't do okay. Don't be average, be world renowned.
That's his go-to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't be average, be world renowned. Boom, hit you with the double.
Don't do the finger.
Hit you with the double salute. Don't say the finger on the podcast, because they're gonna think I'm giving.
He didn't do the middle finger. He's doing a little salute.
Double salute. Don't be average. Be world renowned.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I told you about my
Moves.
voice. You know how my voice, like, yes. So my name is Neal Oates, and I'm. No, okay, never mind. You don't want
Skip it, bro.
Okay, skip it.
Is that your radio voice?
No, I don't have a radio voice. I actually have a little kid's voice. When you see me, my voice doesn't match how I look. So that's a good thing and a bad thing, I believe. Because when I'm talking to clients, and when they meet me, they hear the name, they're like, oh, Neal Oates, okay. They talk to me, then they see me, they're like, ooh, he looked totally different. Earrings, tattoos, beard, look kind of rough.
Tattoos?
Oh, yes. I got
really? On your arm?
Oh, arms, side, chest.
You always wear long. Oh no. You always wear long sleeve.
Yeah, well, except when I'm with so sometimes now with the kids, I have 13.
Really?
13 tattoos.
I didn't know that.
So everything from the Serenity Prayer to my son's birthday to strength and discipline on the inside of my biceps.
Do you have any tattoos which are just unnecessary?
No.
They just look cool?
No. So
everyone has a meaning?
No. So every one of my tattoos has a meaning from the one. I think one of the ones that mean the most to me is a cross on my back that from when my dad passed in 2008. So I have that one. Then of course I have my son's birthday. And that is Valentine's Day 2018. And since he's Neal the Third, I got the Roman numeral 3 there. And then the Serenity Prayer here. And
it's good because the watch covers it up.
Yeah,
Not that you want to cover yourself, but some people, they're a little more old-fashioned. They might think tattoos are taboo.
And so this is one of the things that I'm always strategic and always detailed and thinking about, because I want something for me to express myself, and a lot of it is through my dress, but then it's also with the tattoos. But I never want to miss an opportunity, as I said previously. I don't want to miss an opportunity based on the way my appearance or me having tattoos. Now there's only so much that I can do, because when you look this good, some people are just gonna hate and they're gonna say, "Oh
this
my,
good?
Oh you know what I mean?" like. Guys, girls,
Oh my
everybody.
gosh.
Like I tell everyone, I have this effect on everyone, all races, colors, genders. It doesn't matter.
I honestly thought there would be nobody that I would be sitting in a room with that has a bigger ego than me. I honestly never thought that, but today...
You see, and I don't even think I have a big ego.
No, I mean, it's funny, but no, you do. Everybody has, to be successful, you have to somewhat have an ego, to believe in yourself and you kind of,
So you think, or you mentioned that made me think about the $ cufflinks that I have. So I have I have cufflinks that are in the $, and that comes from my college nickname. They call me J Rich. So one of my two best friends got me $ cufflinks. So when you see, if you don't know me and you see me with the cufflinks, you'd be like, this dude is such a prick. Oh my gosh, he's got $ for cufflinks. But then after people talk to me, they're like, oh, you would be the one with those cufflinks, because when it comes to the dollars or the money, they know that it's not really that high on my priority list anyway.
No, when I first met you, you were so proper. We accidentally met at a Starbucks. That's how we did.
There are no such things as accidents.
It was actually, it was meant to be.
So it wasn't an accident.
That's true.
And then this is something that I would love for you and your listeners and your audience to take away from this podcast. Yes. If nothing else, take advantage of every opportunity. So I know it was a chance meeting that we look at as a chance, but simply, had I not spoken, because you were working, you were doing your own thing, had I not spoken up and said something, I'm not sitting here right now.
That's true.
Right? So we have opportunities every day, all day. And I know I laugh and I joke a lot, but then there are some things that you have to recognize. Always be willing to err on the side of trying as opposed to being safe and comfortable. So for me, that's always been, I guess, I don't know if I have a mantra, but one of the things that I am dedicated to is always taking one more step, going the extra mile, taking the chance, saying, like for instance, you want to be the one, like if you're in a relationship, to say I love you first. You want to make someone else say I love you too. Or you want to be the one to say thank you, so someone has to say you're welcome instead of vice versa. Yeah. And so I always be willing to take that step forward, because in my experience, and I think I'm young. I know you think I'm old.
No, you're very youthful.
So I'm youthful. I'm not young, but I'm youthful.
Like, you don't look young at all, but you're very youthful with your attitude and energy.
Okay.
Yes.
Until I start using words like antiquated.
Define antiquated.
Antiquated.
That's the word of the day.
Antiquated means, antiquated is an old way of thinking, or an outdated. So not way of thinking. When I say antiquated, so antiquated
maybe an
is,
idea?
Yeah, so outdated, old.
So it's kind of similar to antique.
Yes.
It's a cousin of antique.
So it actually is, yes. We'll say cousin.
Yes.
So it is derived from the same root word.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, so now, should we start the podcast now?
we haven't. I had a total outline. I was like, all right, we're gonna say this, then that, and then we're gonna go on. That the whole plan got thrown out when he started talking about my jeans.
So it actually messed up in the intro. So do we need to start? Ooh, I'm knocking stuff over. Do we need to start over with the intro?
No.
And go.
No. This is unedited. Let's just we're gonna run this. We're already 30 minutes in.
Oh my gosh! And I haven't. Hi guys, my name is Neal Oates Jr. I'm the broker.
I think they know who you are.
I'm the what? Stop!
I already gave you an intro.
My name is Neal Oates Jr. I'm the broker owner of world-renowned real estate, where we tell people don't be average, be world-renowned. We are locally known, globally recognized for professionally marketing high-end single-family homes to the world and getting them sold.
Okay, there we go. If you're listening, you did the little
double salute. Double salute to the camera. Double there we salute. Go. Now I don't know what's gonna happen is all of your followers gonna be like, "Hey, Alex," and I just want you to know. If somebody
listening does that, you're not my friend.
Everyone. I mean,
don't do this.
I don't. First of all, I don't think that your listeners and your friends overlap.
Really? Well, I call my fans my friends.
Oh, okay. So maybe so.
Yes.
So now the question is, do your fans call you their friend?
Have to ask them.
Guys, can I?
You can ask.
Go. Can I ask people to do something?
Ask the people. Yes.
I want you guys to comment on whatever platform you're listening to this or watching this. If it's on camera or if you're on the podcast, comment. Do you guys consider Alex? Interrupt. See, I have a squirrel brain. I got to write this down. Alex, would you please pronounce your last name?
Albarran.
I'm sorry.
Albarran.
I don't think that's correct.
Well, I'm actually changing it to Alba. Alba.
Wait, no, but what is your last name?
Albarran.
That doesn't sound like you're pronouncing that correctly.
Well, do you know why?
I know why.
Okay, let me explain to the people.
Have you shared
that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
so
my name is Alex Albarran, but you're supposed to roll the R's. But I'm a white boy. I have a Spanish last name, so I can't roll my R's. So can you do the honor? Do you know how? Yeah.
Alex Albarran.
Okay, what's that from Star Wars?
No,
Chewbacca.
The Wookiee.
Yeah, the Wookiee. Yeah. So that's my last name. I'm changing it to Alba.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Now let's go back to respect. Do you think that's disrespectful to your family?
They don't care. No, they don't care. It doesn't really matter.
I mean, there's no family crest. You guys don't have.
No.
I'm just asking.
My family is laid back. We don't really think about stuff like that.
So maybe
it's just better.
Why? What constitutes better?
For branding. Like, you know why Gary V? Well, his real name is Gary Vaynerchuk.
Yes, but he didn't change his name. Are you changing your name?
It's not good to have pseudonames for business. It looks a little sketchy.
No, I'm asking you. So
do you want to know a fun fact?
So Gary V looks sketchy?
No, definitely not.
Okay, so Gary V, you heard it right here from Alex Alba.
Yeah, I'm gonna add
that you look sketchy.
You look a little sketchy.
You look
all right?
sketch.
But he's a little more established than me. So if you're just starting out and you have 2 last names, and okay, is your name AC or is it Alex or is it Alexander? There's a lot going on.
Okay.
So do you want me to explain?
So you want to be cohesive across?
Cohesive.
Okay.
So do you want to know a fun fact?
Sure.
You know Jessica Alba? You ever heard of her?
Yes.
She's my second cousin. Do you know her real last name?
Is that now? Are we being serious or not? Because I don't really know.
Why not?
I don't know, because I don't believe anything you say.
Do you know who Jessica Alba is?
Yes, I know Jessica Alba.
Do you know what her last name is?
Wait, isn't Jessica Alba on The Voice? Isn't she one of the?
No,
she's not. I'm being silly, dude.
No.
Go ahead. Okay, what's her real name?
Jessica Albarran. Do you know why she changed her last name?
Why?
For show business.
Okay.
Albarran isn't a movie poster type name.
Okay, now let me ask you a couple of questions.
A couple of questions.
First, how dare you compare yourself to Jessica Alba?
I mean, I'm not the one that's comparing myself to her.
No.
I'm only saying this because people have said, are you Jessica Alba's cousin or something? Like,
who said that? You're such a liar.
So this is the thing.
The same people that like the way you dress.
They're like same exact.
Hey, people, everyone, that's his mom. That's his mom that says that.
Jessica Alba, they say, oh, are you like the male version of, like, you guys just have a very aesthetic jawline, very pleasing face to look at. And she's obviously really beautiful, so I take that as a compliment. And I looked more into my family history, and she's my second cousin, so... That's a fact.
Now, is that a fact? Are you serious right now? Because I really can't tell or not.
What do you think?
Because
we do look alike.
No, I mean, I don't know.
We could be family.
I know, not even close. I'm calling BS on that.
Why?
I'm calling BS. The question I want to know is, are you going to legally change your name?
Yes,
to Alba?
That's an absolute fact. I'm going to do it once I get a little older.
And you've already discussed that with the family?
You know what they said? Cool. They don't care. My family doesn't care about stuff like that.
I mean, okay,
they're laid back.
So what about? So do you think about legacy at all, or
I mean, I'm kind of creating my own legacy, so it's kind of like just keeping the Albarran name. It doesn't really matter.
But it has like that. That's tough for me to hear because
you're Neal Oates the second, and then your son is Neal Oates the third.
Because
so
I'm always thinking legacy, and so that's why I ask. Because at what point? So are you changing Alba, and then are you going to start thinking legacy? Then now, we got away from what my goal was.
Yes.
My goal in real estate is to retire in 4 years at the age of 40.
Yes.
And so I know that there are things that I want to have in place, and part of that is the legacy for not only my son and my wife and our future kids, because yes, we are practicing.
Okay, if you're listening, you did the double salute again.
Because the people who double salute me back, they're practicing too.
What are they practicing?
They're practicing having more kids. I mean, but of course we are married. So if you're not married, we are not condoning extramarital sex.
This guy questioned me the other day. He was like, "Are you having premarital sex?"
Yes,
because I had a little scratch on my neck. I mean, it was from shaving. Come on.
So that's good news. It's good news that you're not having sex. But then the question was that you need to learn how to shave if you're cutting up yourself that bad.
I didn't use shaving cream.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But anyways,
so back to
legacy.
my goal and retiring from real estate at the age of 40, 4 years after. So that means that I would have been doing this for 17 years. And it's bold for me to say that because people say you don't retire from something that you love. And, the stats say that you live 6 years after retirement. But there's real estate is only one platform, one piece of what I'm doing and what I want to do. So then that will allow me to volunteer more, do more with philanthropy, give more, be on your podcast and your vlogs more frequently. We could co-host something, but we have to do.
I think that'd be interesting.
We have to do Neal and Alex because
So best is last. I like that. That's kind of like the goal of right.
So at some point you just choose your battles.
Or Oates and Alba. Once I change my last name.
So at some point you just choose your battles, and that's not a battle that I even think. But back to legacy. At some point you have to think about. What do you want said about you, or what do you want to leave when you're gone? You know,
it's not just about money and working hard and having nice cars and nice houses. It's really not about that.
Oh no, not even close. I
mean, you're like probably one of the most just humble looking, frugal people I know, because you dress well, but it's not like you're like, oh, I got this Armani suit and like this fancy watch. Like you're not like that.
I do have to tell you, I am balling in the watch game.
What's
I got a guess. It's a guess watch.
I don't think that's balling in the watch game at all.
That's balling in the watch game. It's got the hands that move. It even has the date on there.
Really?
It's a good thing for me.
Okay.
So that's
you're up there in the watch game. I like that.
I'm up there. No, I mean, but for a period in my life, there was a time when money was the motivating factor. It was the drive. Did very, very well. And now, after doing all of that and reaching the heights that I did and where I was, it came back to now what legacy, what do I want said when I'm not here.
You want to feel fulfilled, not just have a lot of money in the bank.
My biggest thing is, and how I live my life, I want, when I'm not in a room, I want people to say, I wish Neal was here. If I'm not in a room and if I'm missed. So it's one thing for people to mourn you, and this is another thing. So my dad, and I'll just tell, if you don't mind, I'll just tell you a little bit about my dad in a moment. But my dad would tell me, he said, it's one thing for people to mourn you, it's something else for them to miss you. So when you're dead and you're gone, they're like, okay, oh, he's died, that's so sad. But then like, dang, I just wish Neal was here. You know, and a lot of this comes from, just to show you guys my gene pool and how strong our genes are. I was 60. Well, no, I wasn't 60. My dad was 60 when I was born. So a lot of things that other kids were doing, you know, with their dads, I wasn't doing. So I was going to work with him at his company. He owned a plumbing and electrical business. So I would go to work with him. I would ride with him in his truck when after school, or for leisure, for entertainment, we would fish. That's why I'm always into fishing. We'd do something like that, or just sit down and talk and chat. So that's where, when you hear me say, I still reference my dad a lot. I go back to when I was 7, he told me this. When I was 11, I learned this. You're like, dude, why? Because I'm picking up on 60 and 70 years of knowledge, and I'm getting that when I'm 10 through 12 years old. So when I go to college at the age of 17,
you're ahead of the game.
When they call me grandpa. They're like, hey, grandpa. I'm like, what?
You're so wise.
They're like,
for a 17-year-old.
Right? And so, but, you know, it really shaped me, helped me. It hindered me a little bit just because I think that I went into, I missed some experiences that maybe I should have tried, because I already knew how they had affected my father, but that doesn't mean that it would have affected me the same way. So I missed some opportunities. So now that's why I'm so dogged about not missing any opportunities, giving it a shot, and if I fail, I fail.
At least you tried it.
Yeah, at least I tried it and looked good doing it.
I like the first part. I don't know. Don't throw the second part in there. Come on, we're having a good little back and forth.
Okay.
And then you said, look good? Okay. Anyway, so continue.
All right. Do you want to ask me a question, or can I ask myself the question?
You're talking about legacy. I want to keep you ranting.
So that's it for legacy. You know, I always want people to think about, and this is whether you are in kindergarten, and yes, it starts that early for me, or if you are 70, you know, going into your 8th decade here on the planet. I always want you thinking about, and I always challenge people to think about, why are you here? What are you doing? If it's not bigger than you, then you're wasting time.
What's your purpose?
Yeah, and so you know, so people are afraid to say, well, I don't know my purpose, and okay, but
I don't know mine.
But see, my thing is, I'll ask, what are you doing that's going to change today and tomorrow? If you're not doing something, people think that has to be a huge deal. Changing today simply means smiling at someone, taking the time to ask them about their day, compliment someone, just picking up a piece of paper in a walkway. That changes today and tomorrow. Not for you, not for the planet, because you're a green thumb guy, but maybe someone else saw you do something and go an extra mile that you didn't have to go. So for me, always thinking about how you can positively impact someone's life and everything that you do, that's how we build our legacy. And so people are always thinking, oh, well, I know I have to sit here and map out this 20-year plan of how much I'm going to give, and money, and the life, and the books, and the libraries I'm going to open. That's not legacy. Legacy is what's going to be said after you're here. And for me, that's, I wish Neal was here because, and as long as that's possible.
It happens today.
Oh, I mean,
when you miss some of our little meetings at church and things like that, people literally say, "Oh man, wish Neal was here."
You know,
Marshall says that.
But that's one of the things that if you're doing that, and I believe if you do that, and if you're intentional about doing that, you will never want or need anything else, because I mean just the universe. And if you like, I'm a big God believer, I'm a Christian, but if that's not your avenue, the universe looks out for people who look out for others, and that's just a law. So that's not one of the things where, oh, it's a rule, you know, you can break rule. Well, it's a law, you know, so that's going to happen whether you put things in motion or not. And that's a decision that we make on a day-to-day and moment-by-moment basis. So when you leave here, or whenever you stop listening to the podcast or watching the vlog or the video, whatever it is, just think about, what are you going to do right now? What are you going to do today that's going to have a positive impact on today and tomorrow? And tomorrow is what we don't think about, because we're an instant gratification society.
Like, I want to eat this now. I want to watch this today.
Yeah. And one thing I want to tell you is that I'm sure that a lot of your listeners are going to be millennials. So I get frustrated as I think I'm Generation X. I'm not totally sure. But I get frustrated when everyone says, oh, well, millennials do this. Because if that's the case, you know how you stereotype and you put people in. Oh, well, the millennials want everything instant gratification. Well, I think that's a bunch of BS, because right now everyone wants something for nothing, and they want it now. That's just the way that society has evolved. And for me, that's why when people ask Neal, how did you make it? How did you get to the levels you are, the success that you have? The first thing I say, of course, is God. The next thing is that I just didn't quit. So for 8.5 years, me working behind the scenes for my team leader, you know, just being a name and on the bottom of an email signature. No one knew who I was, what I looked like.
For 8.5 years?
8.5 years. Going in, putting in work, and just helping our team get to the number 3 team in a worldwide company for the number of transactions that we did for a few years.
You were part of it.
Yeah, you know, so I was part of it.
That's
so,
awesome.
So for me, as long as the checks came in, they went into the account, I didn't care who got the notoriety. Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why when I opened my brokerage 4.5 years ago, I decided not to have it Oates Real Estate Group or Oates and Associates, because my big picture thinking, I'm thinking in Indonesia or in India or in KL, Kuala Lumpur, for those of you who aren't familiar with KL, you know, international.
Oh, okay. If you're listening, you did the double salute again.
Hey, so
you know, that's the last one. You hit your quota.
So I hit my quota for double salute.
You hit your quota.
Okay, so the reason why I didn't go with Oates anything is because in those countries, Oates means nothing. And I want what I do and the legacy that I have, I want it to be, whether it's me, my son, or someone else who just loves real estate and loves doing this, I want it to be something that is here long after I'm gone and has a dent, whether a dent in the universe, whether it's here or if it's in India or if it's in Australia, wherever it is. And so world-renowned real estate, when people say, Neal, where did the name come from? I said, I want to be the best in the world. And world renowned means that you are known across the globe for what you do. And that's why when I say I'm not hard to find if you're looking for the best. So all these little things, it comes off as braggadocious, but then I'm sitting here, why shouldn't I have a big vision, a big goal?
Exactly.
Because no one else is going to want for me as much as I want for myself.
Exactly. That's awesome. I love you talking about legacy and things like that, because most people my age, around 20 to 25, we're just thinking, okay, I want to buy this car. I want to buy that house when I'm 30. I want to have this watch, this pair of shoes, these clothes. But your thought process is totally just a 180 from that. And even me too, I don't really try to focus on the materialistic things. So I really appreciate that you're just, you know, speaking that into existence with the whole not really trying to focus on that side of things. Like you did at one point worry about money, but then now you're just focused on a legacy once you're gone. I mean, I love that.
For me, and if you ask, and I know we hear it often, but if you ask the people who have made it, the ones that we look at and we see who have the nicest, that's just a byproduct. Yeah. Because if they didn't have it, and unfortunately with everything we're seeing going on just in this past week, so I don't know when this comes out, but you know, with Kate Spade,
Anthony Bourdain,
you know,
as well.
and Anthony Bourdain, we see people that we idolize and we see what they have.
They seem successful on the outside looking in, really.
But no matter how much stuff you get, like if you're empty, it doesn't matter. That's why when I know that people are saying good things about me, and a lot of it goes back to not reputation, but to comes back to integrity that you have for yourself. So when you have those types of things and you can sleep at night and you know that you're making a difference and that it matters that you're here, that is what you should be striving for. So I do want to pause right here and just tell everyone, because I don't know, well, you know that I'm kind of awkward and I'm peculiar, and by now I'm sure everyone knows that.
Definitely.
But I want to tell you from Neal to you that I love you, that I think you're valuable. I think that you have, well, no, I know you have a purpose here, whatever it is. Even if you don't know what it is, you're not here by accident. I don't know when the last time you heard that or someone told you that they love you. Well, I want to tell you right now that I love you. Don't settle for anything other than the absolute best. And if you need anything, that I believe that I'm capable of doing, just reach out to me. Reach out to Alex. He's a fantastic young man.
Thank you.
Now I do tell him that all the time. Now lately I haven't told him that. I haven't told you that in the past couple of weeks, just because I'm trying to bust your bubble and get your head back down since you've got all this stuff going on. But reach out to him. Reach out to whoever it is, because there are few things that are as important as relationships and communication and just giving a listening ear. Because as much as I talk, I listen twice as much, and I know that's hard to believe. But the only reason I'm talking this much now is because this is a speaking platform. But when you're in a position where people come to you and they want to share, make sure that you listen. So I'm always here to listen, guys. I know that Alex is here to listen as well. But I just want to tell you guys that I love you and that you are valuable and that you are here for a purpose.
That's awesome. I appreciate that message.
That's
Neal can get really serious and get really just down to the point.
But see, people don't like, so that's why they don't know what they're gonna get from me. They don't know. They're like, okay, here comes Neal. I don't know what I'm gonna get.
I have no idea.
I have no idea, and that's what you said when I came into the studio. You said, okay, I don't know where this is going, and Alex even gave me the little layout. He was like, okay, well, here's the program that I want to follow. I'm like, okay, yes, and I nodded my head, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds good. You want to ask me that question, okay? And how is there a way you would like for me to respond? Absolutely. And then during his intro, he's like, Neal, all right, the way this is gonna work, I need to do my intro. I'm like, okay, yes. And as you guys heard, the intro lasted for about, I think, 3.5 seconds before I had to interject.
I have not asked. I think I maybe asked half of one of the questions I wanted to ask out of the 4.
So right now I think it feels like we've been doing this for maybe like 5 minutes.
We're running on 50 minutes right now.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna speed this up. All right. What question would you like to ask the wise
How
sage?
Did you? Okay, why? What's sage?
Sage.
Sage. What's that? Isn't that the leaf?
No. It's not an herb. You're thinking like an herb, but a sage is a person, a wise being.
Okay.
So that's me. I'm the wise old sage.
All right. So first question I would have to ask is, how did you get involved in real estate? Like, why did you get started in real estate? I honestly don't even know. I've known you for a long time.
I got started in real estate because I didn't have a job.
Really? How old were you?
20. What? So I'm 36 now, minus 13 years. 23.
Yeah. So
it started. I transferred here working with Terminex Pest Control, which was it's tough because I transferred from Tallahassee, Florida, and my market that they gave me was Hialeah, and me no habla español, so it was hard. It was tough. Yeah. It was tough.
Were you a salesperson?
Yes. So I was outside sales, and it was hard, man. 13 years ago.
Was it door to door? Or how'd it work?
Part of it was door to door, but the majority of it was the inside sales. They would set up, the calls, for pest control. Then they would send me out to try to sell the big ticket item of termite. Yeah. And so I was there. But my downfall was that I just love people. Mm-hmm. So I would get there and I would just start talking and then I forgot why I'm supposed to be there. And
you're like, all right, see you guys later. No, have a good one.
My closes, so I would never go to close on the appointment, and that frustrated the heck out of my sales manager because everyone else would come back with initial sales a day that they can sales orders come in. But for me, I wanted to understand the people I was talking to before I could sell. Yes. Because I would never go into a situation, and I still don't go into a situation looking to sell until I understand the needs, wants, desires of the person that I'm talking to. And so it didn't work out so well initially because they want you. I'm coming down from Tallahassee with a great sales record, but they transplant me here in Hialeah. Neal, we want you doing this now. We saw these numbers. Are they real or not? So first week, not a sale. Mm-hmm. But then the key is in the follow-up. The key is always in the follow-up. Any industry, any relationship, how many great people have you met in your lifetime that you like, oh, this is going to be awesome, and it never went anywhere because there was no follow-up?
There's been clients or potential clients that it didn't work out because we talked a few times and we texted back and forth, but after the third or fourth contact, we kind of just lost contact.
Sales stats.
Yes.
Sales stats. So I think it's 80% of all closed sales in any industry across the platform happen after the fifth contact.
5 to 12, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yes, I forgot that you're a student of that as well. But then I think they say 88% of salespeople never go more than three
Definitely, I
contacts.
see that. Definitely.
So we do 3 contacts, but then there's 80% of the sales happen between 5 and 12, right? So we're just stopping. We're like, yeah. And then so that's where I made a difference, or I kicked it in when I would do the follow-ups and the business started coming in. And I met a real estate agent who needed a WDO inspection, wood destroying organism inspection. For those of you who are either in the real estate industry or the pest control industry, you know who that is, know what that is. And I went, and he was like, dude, you're too sharp to be crawling through these houses. Why don't you come sell them? I'm like, well, I don't know what to do. But I was like, is it air conditioned? Bingo, check. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
So, and that's my mentor that I was with for 8.5 years.
So it was a total chance thing. You never planned, okay, I'm going to get out of college, go into real estate.
No.
It was just a total...
Unless you have family in real estate, you hardly anyone expects to say, I'm going to do this because I'm passionate about it. Most of us get into real estate because we failed at something else, or because we didn't fit into the box of a 9 to 5 or a 9 to 6, 8 to 5 type deal, and we want freedom and we want to be able to control our own destinies. So that for me, it was just an opportunity. This goes back to me taking advantage of an opportunity, saying, all right, I'll come into your office and I'll see what's what. Never called Terminex. I apologize. Never called them back. Never
whoa.
Didn't return. No,
you just left?
Man, come on, man.
No 2-week resignation?
No 2-week notice. I didn't return my Terminex green shirt or my khaki pants, anything. I apologize. My meter my tape measure that I would measure, and the clipboard and everything, it just went into the trash.
Okay.
I'm not proud of it, but
you're admitting it. You're honest.
I'm admitting. And so but that is something that's another one of my I guess mantras. Turn thoughts into actions faster. I'm always telling everyone I meet, Neal, what is it that separates not only me but successful people is that we turn thoughts into actions really, really quick. So you'll hear it probably more commonly as fail fast, but turn your thoughts into actions. If you have an idea, have a money book, have somewhere, get it down, and then start implementing, start doing. Even if you don't know all the moving pieces, don't know how it's going to work.
Just get started with something.
Get started
because most people just have an idea, especially people that think they want to be in business. They have an idea, and they just have an idea. They have an idea. They go over all these possibilities, what ifs in their head, and
they
what
have
happens?
that same idea a year later and 2 years later, and then it turns into regret.
Exactly.
But I do want to elaborate and say that there are no such thing as missed opportunities, because any opportunity that you don't take advantage of, someone else is going to come and take advantage of. So they're not missed. You might not take it, but someone else is going to come and get it. And I'm sure that, like myself, I missed opportunities to be a TV millionaire when it comes to selling all of these products on infomercials and all the stuff that they be selling.
You'd kill.
Have you not seen? Have you seen anything online that you were like, oh, I had that idea a year ago, like the electronic fly swatter? I'm telling you, I had that idea because I was working with my dad and he was an electrician, and I was like,
like 20 years ago. 30,
and what do you know? No lie. 3-4 months later, there's an electric fly swatter or a battery operated fly swatter, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, man, I missed that opportunity. And once again, my dad said, you didn't miss an opportunity. Someone else found it and they took it. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, argh. And so that's why I've gotten into some things that didn't work, that failed. At
least you have no regrets.
Oh,
you tried and
So I have one regret my entire life. And so this is going to be part of my therapy session. I have one regret my entire life. My dad passed on March 2nd, 2008. My son was born on February 14th, 2008. We were living here in Miami, but my dad was back in Alabama, and he had gotten sick from cancer and everything. And I think he was in his 80s. And I had to make a decision if I was going to travel with my newborn son to see my dad or not. And I did not take my son with me. So my dad never got to see his grandson. And so that's the only regret I live with in life. Everything other than that, good, bad, and different, I chalk it up to experience. But and after that, when I came back home, and he passed 2 days after I came back, and because I was thinking, oh well, I'm going to take my son back home, let him meet his grandpa. Yeah. And when I missed that opportunity, I said I'll never miss an opportunity again. Oh, and now, okay, so now you guys can go ahead and be like, dang, that got deep fast.
No, but it's great because hopefully people listening or watching, they can learn from your experience and then not have to go through the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, and we're going to. I'm sure we're probably going to have one more chuckle before we leave. But there's one more. I would say, incident in my life that happened. So October 23rd, 2014, I was in an ATV accident, flipped over, broke my leg, bone came out, compound fracture. It's just a break, whatever. But then complications from that caused me to have a TIA. I lose my vision for about a day.
So you couldn't see at all?
So I couldn't see. And then lungs, can't breathe because of the blood clots and everything. And so at 2:14, and this is why it is so, I don't want to say coincidental, but 2:14 in the morning, I code. So they lose me. But 2:14 is also my son's birthday. Right, and so October 24th, 2018 at 2:14, they say I flatline and
really, I didn't know this.
And so miraculously they brought me back, and after that, so it was one thing that when of course when I lost my dad, and didn't have my son, but then after that, that's when I really cranked it up, and that's the moment that I said everything that I had gotten. As far as the monetary and the material things, that's when everything took a back seat, because I believe, and I know that's the first time that I felt and I heard a voice that says you still got something else to do. And that's when I became, so what you see now, I was like, yeah, I was okay. Like I was good, but now like after I came back, and that was a long rehabilitation process. But after I came back, I really started living out loud, and I started being bold. And that's when people were like, oh my God, he was turned before, and now he's wild. So I mean, so I think that part of my job is just to tell people that my job is to put the fear of death in you before you experience death. Because once a man loses his fear of death, what else is there left for him to fear? So I think that once you're already gone and you come back, you're like, I've already been here. I've already done the worst part, So now this is. So I'm gonna not borrow time. It's appointed time, but
because we all are gonna die.
I mean, yeah.
It seems like a sad thing to say, but we all are gonna die.
So it's a fact. The problem is, the whole Yolo movement.
Yeah.
I'm like, doesn't apply to me. Been here, done this, came back. YOLO, no.
You live twice.
Live twice, baby. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, your quota.
Quota.
Come on. You did the double slit again. Okay.
So what would it be? YOLO, you only live.
You only live
it'd be
once.
Yoked. It would be yoked. You only live twice. Yoked. Instead of YOLO. Yoked. Okay. Yoked.
You just create a new hashtag. Hashtag Yolt.
No, don't hashtag Yolt.
Hashtag, if you listen to this, hashtag Yolt.
All right. Well,
love that.
I think I'm about up on the time because I'm in.
It's working. Your watch is working.
Yeah, it's working. Oh, my watch works because I bill by the second.
By the second.
Ooh, if I told you, your ears would bleed.
No?
Your ears would bleed if I told you how much I bill by the second.
How much you charge per hour?
Per hour?
Yeah, we're running at we're just hit an hour pretty much.
So this is one of the great things as an entrepreneur, and if you guys are fans or students of productivity.
Friends.
No, not fans.
No, I got you. I'm kidding.
Fans of productivity or students of productivity, you should know that as an entrepreneur, you need to know what your value is and your dollar per hour is. So for me, when I'm doing, and this keeps me very accountable, my dollar per hour is right at about $375 an hour.
Really?
Yes. So I mean, it's not where I want it to be, but it could be higher if I put more time only into working. But I don't only want to work; I want to play as well. And so that's why right now my dollar per hour is about $375 an hour. But if you don't know the number, you can't improve what you don't track. So you need to track. You need to know what your billable or what your dollar per hour number is. So right now I'm at $375, and I expect that as I work less, that number will increase by doing things, like podcasts, by doing things like vlogging, also reaching out, doing the e-courses that I'm writing.
And you have an e-course that you're working on right now?
Yeah, so we're working on an e-course right now for expanding your global reach. It was initially targeted for only real estate professionals, but I believe that with the world economy changing like it is, I believe it's going to be something that's for everyone that's in sales or relationships. Anyone who just needs to maximize their reach internationally, that's going to be one. And the next one is going to be my Beyond the Velvet Rope. This is the one that I caught the most pushback from my colleagues and my associates in the industry, just because I'm really telling all the real stuff of how to work with the affluent clientele. Things as small as taking your shoes off when you go into their home.
I think first impression like that is really important. I agree 100%.
And so that's one that will be coming out, and all those courses will be coming out. But that actually those two opportunities come off of what others would see as one of my biggest failures. My biggest failure was for a year I touted and I was advertising my book. My book was going to be Homes of Luxury. And it was just talking about working with the affluent clientele and how to sell luxury homes here in Miami in the South Florida market. Well, the book was written, but it was never published. And so then people are like, well, Neal, you've been talking about this book for a year. Where is it? And because I gave certain things, I had a couple other people come up to me and talk to lawyers and say, well, no, you can't release this. We don't want this. So they tried to, and by being in the Realtor Association and, some stuff was, I guess they want to say it was protected.
Really? So they tried to limit what you could say in the book?
Limit what I could say just because, I'm the type, let me give away the house.
Exactly.
Let me give everyone everything for $19.99.
Well, the
good thing is now it's a lot more than $19. A lot more than $19.99. You guys should have, y'all should have let me do it 2 years ago, baby.
You have some printed? Maybe they can get it for a discount.
So no discounts.
No.
You can't.
Use code from the jump for a 10% off discount. Promo code from the jump. We just established that right now.
That discount is not authorized.
It's not valid.
You will see invalid discount code
on the website.
On the website, dude. Like From the Jump has not jumped yet. So that won't be in there.
No, but you don't with podcasting and vlogging and social media, whatever you want to do, you could divulge certain details where you don't need to get it approved. You don't need to have a publisher. You don't need people reviewing it. You control everything. So I think that's having the power of just being your own production company, media company. You can control every single aspect of your content, which is pretty amazing nowadays.
Yeah. So that's I'm so glad you brought that up. So that's why I said that those opportunities came from what others thought as a failure, and so I began looking at it saying, what can we do with all this content that we have? So then of course I wrote a course for the state of Florida and got it approved for continuing education credits. Did that for 2 classes. I got 2 more that I just wrote right now. And so, when you see, okay, here's an avenue, then you look and say, okay, well, how can I turn this obstacle into a stepping stone?
Yes.
And so now the platform and the way it's going to be rolled out, and that it's going to have my personality on it, because you can read, this house is a beautiful gem. Or you can have me say it to you, this house is a beautiful gem. So
it's totally different.
Totally different.
Yes.
And so we're launching it, of course, where the platform will be interactive, where people can ask me questions at any point that they are engaged in the course itself. So it's fun.
It's an e-course.
Yes, it's an e-course,
awesome.
But it's going to be interactive, and I'm on social media, so that's always fun. Well, I'm on social media, but I'm not on social media. So I look at it, but I've rarely.
It seems like when you go on social media, like you post, but it's just kind of magical how they end up on your page. Like you wake up and you have posts already ready to go on your page. It's interesting.
It is very interesting.
I wonder how that happens.
I don't know. Like I have people for that.
You have people.
I have people.
You got. Okay, I don't like how you did that little hand motion.
What?
They're kind of like.
I have people.
You have people?
Yes,
okay.
I have people. And the reason I do that is because I have great people. So
amazing people.
I do this. Okay, so you're my people. Do you want me to say, okay, everyone?
All right, Alex, disclaimer, I do his social media.
Alex,
yes.
Hey, Alex is, now he does all the boring, professional looking stuff. Now, when it comes to the stories and the handsome faces and all of the foolishness, that's me. So, but I'm glad you brought that up. Mm-hmm. Besides plugging Unstung Marketing.
Oh, rebrand. Unstung Media.
Unstung Media.
New logo, new website.
I saw the new logo, but I didn't take the time to read because I'm like this. Ain't got time to look at that. Got to be dollar productive. Let me go.
$3.75 an hour.
$3.75 an hour. Let me go see who I need to respond to real quick. No, but you know, we segue into Unstung Media. Know what you're good at and what you're not good at. Don't be afraid to come out of pocket and have someone else do that, because otherwise, like, I know what I'm great at. When it comes to the media side, the marketing side, I am great when it comes to the end product, just being the face or being the product, but the process is not a strength of mine. And so, you know,
it's good that you admit that and you understand that, and then you don't try to do everything.
I mean, why?
Exactly. You don't have the time.
Why?
So it's not worth your time either.
But I don't want it to be stuck on worth the time or the time. I also understand that for me to get where I want to be, I can't get there by myself. So if you have a goal and if you want to do something that's bigger than you need to find great people. You need to find world-renowned people, awesome people, just the best at what they do. I mean, it's a lifestyle.
It's embedded into it.
See, it's a lifestyle. So when people say average, you know, I sort of frown my face up because I'm like, ooh, average is a 4-letter word. You might as well just cuss me out if you say average. But when you want to do more and be more, you have to find people who can help you get there. And a lot of times I think that for us, we want to control everything. People want to always be in control, but the best of us understand that at some point you have to have a level of vulnerability. You have to say, okay, I'm willing to give this up. I'm willing to step back and let this go. So for me, it's worked out. And it's not only worked out with you, but you know, and it's not an easy thing to get in with me, because with the exception of you, I mean, most of my affiliates or my strategic partners have been around me or with me, seeing me, or I don't want to say chase, but they try to get the business for maybe 2 to 3 years.
Wow.
I mean, but you have to be careful. You have to when your reputation is on the line and it's your face and your name, you have to be vigilant about who you bring on board,
who you trust,
and who you're going to give your reputation out to,
and your social media login too.
Oh yeah,
that matters too.
I mean, all of that stuff, and so my social media. I might as well just give everyone.
Exactly.
I gave it to you.
How can they find you?
Oh, they can find me. I'm not hard to find if you're looking for the best. Okay, you guys know what I did right there. Double salute to all my fans and friends.
You're already 2 above your quota, but just keep
so
it going,
you can find me on social media at World Renowned Real Estate. So that's going to be on Instagram and Facebook. World Renowned Real Estate. Twitter, I'm World Renowned RE. World Renowned RE. Yeah. So LinkedIn.
Just Neal Oates Jr.
Neal,
you know, see his smiley mug if you're listening.
Neal Oates
you'll just by looking at his face, you'll be able to match the voice with the face. So just
I don't even know if people do people still Google search, or is it all Facebook? Like, what's the primary search for things? That is it? I think
Facebook's catching up.
I think
it is.
I think last year, just at the end of last year, I think Facebook may have overtaken Google for the number of searches. But
I can believe that.
But I could tell you, if you just go to Google and if you search Neal Oates Jr., you can find everything. Now, my name is spelled the proper way: NealOates. So it's not Neil. I don't know who made that grammatical error many years ago, but it's Neal and Oates, like Hall and Oates, as everyone.
You have a YouTube page, and you do a weekly vlog.
So well, you know what? We're progressing. So I am going to be doing the weekly vlog is still going to be happening. However, I'm going to start having some, 0.5, like, right, we're on episode 5 right now.
Yeah.
But I just had some great stuff. It's just some great content but it doesn't fit into the vlog itself.
You still want to put it out there.
So it's going to go out. I think it's going to be episode 5.5
I love
today.
That's good.
Just because.
Yeah.
And it's one of these things. But all of my 0.5 or 0.3625, whatever vlog is going to be, if it's not a full episode, that's only going to be going out to my YouTube. I'm not, also uploading those to Facebook simply because my YouTube family, I want to make sure that they have some exclusive content that you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah, I think because we started out doing your Facebook with the vlog, uploading it to Facebook and YouTube, because you already have a built-in, you have like how many people like your page? Almost 1,000 now.
Yes.
So you have a built-in audience. But on YouTube, you don't have that many subscribers, but you want to start building that up.
So people, please subscribe to me on YouTube.
What's your YouTube?
My YouTube is just Neal Oates.
Yeah, Neal Oates. Yeah, and you'll see again his smiley mug right on that header.
And YouTube is where I'm able to be freer.
Yes.
Because I don't.
I would not consider you like for a blog. Like if you want everybody to blog, I would say scrap that.
No. I mean, because I see, unlike you, like I have a face for TV. You have a face for radio.
Really?
Yes.
You think so?
I mean, maybe we should do.
We should do another poll.
Maybe
How about
we should
that?
do another poll. You know, if this was what's the guy's name? I forget. On the sports show where they did post vlogs post polls all the time.
Yeah, we need to get a few polls going for who's better looking, who has a face for radio, and who has a face for TV, who's better dressed, who's more well dressed.
And then the main one I want to know is
the gene hole.
If you should turn those into shorts. And
skip the hole. Go straight to the
go
gene
straight
shorts.
should you turn these into shorts? And maybe that's a segment that you could do either on your vlog.
I'm gonna say this: if you guys vote for them to turn to jean shorts, I'll do it on video and post it on my YouTube and Facebook. Gotta do it for the people.
But now I don't want you just to do it and then just leave. I want you to do it and then we want you out walking in public.
Oh, I'm gonna warn if they vote yes for jean shorts.
You mean
I'm gonna do it on video.
When they vote yes?
If most likely not, but if they vote for jean shorts, I'll cut them on video.
Okay.
On my they're gonna be on my physical body, and I'm gonna cut them off. Then I'm gonna wear them to church.
No, you can't.
The weekend after.
No, because that's called defiling the house of God.
What do you mean?
Defile you, man. You don't want to show that leg. You got tan leg. I mean,
I
white
got tan.
legs. You got white legs.
White.
Dude. That's white.
I've been tanning.
Okay. All right. You see how we went? We went deep and we had great content. Then we fell
for
off
a solid
the wagon.
15 minutes.
Hey, so I mean, but
no, but like it's crazy because I'm like 170 pounds, but I don't look 170 pounds like from the upper body. But once you go to like my legs, you're looking at it like you would think it's a 195 pound like middleweight UFC fighter, but it depends. Like you're more kind of like whatever, but with me it's like whoa, like it's legs. Like that's why my gene is like the situation with my genes is it's a problem, because my waist is small. Because 6-pack.
Okay.
Okay. Don't wait. Don't.
Are we almost? No. Are we almost done? Are we almost done with the podcast?
Come on, we got like a few more minutes.
A few more minutes. Okay,
yeah.
so let me take a couple minutes. So I just want to let everyone know that like I said, I love colorful, funky socks. So if we have any sock people out there, if you want to send me some socks, make sure you send me some socks.
I'm not gonna
send me some.
I'm not gonna. Don't panhandle for socks.
I'm not panhandling.
Don't panhandle for socks. Don't panhandle for early birthday presents. Don't panhandle for bow ties.
Not happening on the
phone. You
have not because you what? You haven't heard that saying?
No.
You have not because you ask not.
You have not because you asked not.
You have
so
not
might as well
because
ask and see what happens.
I ask. At worst, what do people say? If someone says no, you're right back where you started. Right? And so the reason, and part of it is, the reason I do stuff like this because you never know. Because I have a lot of clients and a lot of people, like this is like the socks.
Yeah.
Thank you, Paulie. So I get socks in the mail. I get bow ties in the mail. Like cufflinks, little things like that because it's one of those things that's personal where instead of a gift card, if someone says, ooh, now it's tough. It's almost impossible for someone to go somewhere that knows me and see a pair of socks and not think about me.
Yeah.
If you go somewhere and if you see a funky pair of socks, whether you get them or not, you're gonna say, Neal. Now people who know me, if they see a bow tie, they're like, Oh, and my stance on bow ties. My stance on bow ties.
If you're listening, he's rocking a not baby blue. It's a darker blue bow tie.
Navy blue
on
bow tie.
One
side and then checker white on the other side. I like to get them reversible because I'm frugal. I'm frugal. So this way I can flip it. I got two ties in one.
I bet your belt is flippable also.
Yes, but unlike you, I don't wear black belts with brown shoes.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
Black belt and brown shoes. If you're listening, I wear brown shoes with black belts. Sorry. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
That's why I'm a fashionista. You gotta break the trend, Okay.
All right.
But continue.
So that's one of the things where I'm always, getting ties, getting shoes, getting socks, and it just shows that level that people are paying attention. And if you see me and see me with a bow tie, don't come pull my bow tie. I promise it's a self-tie bow tie. It's not a clip-on. No, I don't do clip-on. So my stance is the same with clip-ons, with bow ties and Velcro shoes. They're for two sets of people, babies and old people.
So no in between.
No in between.
It's too extreme.
So if if I see you with a fake bow tie where you just hit with the hook, you're either
disclaimer. I don't know how to tie a tie.
Mentally, you're either a baby or an old person. So mentally, you're either
I can see
a
with the
baby or
Velcro
an
shoes,
old
but I mean, you know, I don't know how to tie a tie. I wear it once in a while.
But that also goes back to the audience and the circle that you're in as well.
Yeah, that's
true.
You know,
so that's why that's one of the things where I think that. But you also have to be prepared if you want your circles to change. You might not have to do, but you have to have an understanding of. You know, so if you're looking at where you are right now, and this is going to be the last, you know, serious bit that I want to share. If you look at where you are right now, and if you're not happy, and if you wouldn't say, I would want to be here 10 years from now, if you wouldn't want to be there, hopefully that's everyone. If you want to improve your circle, then you have to start thinking and acting like people who are one rung up the ladder than you. And then you'll say, okay, well, Neal, how is it that you're working with the clientele that you work with? It's because I saw what they were doing, how they acted, and what was important to them. And then I learned it, I implemented it, and then that just got me to the next room. So one of my favorite sayings is that my goal is to be the smartest person in the room. So I'm invited to be the dumbest person in the room.
Yeah.
So if you always stay at a level where you are the smartest person in the room, and if you're comfortable with that, there's a huge issue. There's a huge issue. It's huge. Yeah, okay. Never mind, people. So it's a huge issue. You always want to make sure that you're always progressing, growing, because if you are not progressing, you are staying the same, and if you're staying the same, you're dying.
Exactly. Now that's why I like being around you, because every time I think, oh, I'm kind of smart, you know, I got a little charisma. Then this guy walks through him. He's smart. Pretty in shape, not gonna lie. He's been getting in shape lately, and he's the most charismatic person I know.
I'm not
it's
just
tough.
Getting in shape. Since January 28th of this year, I'm down 30 pounds.
Awesome.
And that goes back to, like, if I want to live the life I want to leave the legacy, then I have to be in shape to do it.
Yeah.
And most of it just came from stop drinking like dark soda, like root beer, Dr. Pepper, all that good stuff.
That's so crazy, because when I first met you, it was in January, that range, and you look totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I look good then, so you know.
Oh, even now? Ooh. Next level. Oh, okay. He's... Oh no! If you're listening, he did probably about 25 double salutes
with both hands.
With both hands, so you're looking at probably 27 to 30.
Because
that's way better.
Because when you don't have rules, or when you look at rules, that's they're guidelines. They're guidelines. They're not laws. It's guideline. Okay.
Yep.
Anything else, sir? Before I get out of here,
what else do you got to promote? How can people find you? Your Instagram is @WorldRenowned You have an e-course. When should that be out?
That will be out. What is it? June today.
This will probably come out in mid-June.
So this is coming out. So we're looking at probably mid-July to be safe.
Okay.
We do want it to come out in the summer where people have a chance to, devour the information, devour the courses, and then we'll have some teaching and some things coming out surrounding that. Oh, what I want to promote.
Yes.
Man. A fantastic opportunity
it is
that I've been invited to present for Triple Play Conference. That is the New York Realtors Association, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. So December 3rd through the 6th, I will be in Atlantic City, New Jersey, presenting in front of thousands. This is one of those opportunities that you have no idea it's even on the radar. But you just do the small things, and you exercise excellence in everything you do, whether it is a room of 4 people like I have, and it's a small office where I'm teaching and training, or if there are 3,000 people in the audience, and just honoring the people who are there, making sure you're being courteous, making sure you pick up the paper if someone else leaves, all those little things, to have an opportunity to go to Atlantic City and to be on stage. And
that's the spot to be if you're looking to speak for real estate. So
Atlantic City, Triple Play is one of, next to the next one that I'm going to be going to. I'm speaking at California Association of Realtors and Houston Association of Realtors. You guys can find me on Facebook, Neal Oates Speak Train. That is my speaking training, presenting platform you guys can find. But everything I want you to find, you can find everything about me at nealoatesjr.com. The entire site isn't launched, but it's not launched at the time of this recording.
Yes.
So now my people, I'm putting some pressure on them to have this ready before this podcast is launched, nealoatesjr.com. You can go there, check out the e-course, see everywhere I'm going to be presenting or speaking. Talks about my rate, which if you guys do from the jump, we'll figure out some way that if you guys reference, can we get 5% off? I mean, I'm not going to go percentage. I'll say just to have a talk with me.
Okay.
And the reason I do that is because I never want to disqualify anyone. But like, for instance, if I'm speaking in an audience of 1,000, 5% is going to look totally different.
That's true.
But I never want anyone to miss the information that we have.
Miss the Neal Oates show.
I mean, hey, it's hard. No, I was going to say it's hard being me, but it's not, because it's easy. People say, Neal, what is it? How is it? I'm like, it's easy. I'm just being me. And so that's why the vlog, Being World Renowned, check that out on YouTube. I'm taking the course on the creator studio that YouTube has, just so I can learn. Because if I'm involved in something, I might not necessarily do it myself, but I want to have an idea of how to do it and to be the best that I can at it, so that I can pass it off and let someone else do it. But at least I'll know what the checks and balances are of where I need to be. So other than that, there are a couple of things. I did get slated to present a course at Florida Realtors, and that's going to be in August. And I'm the 17-minute segment I'm doing there, 17 minutes, guys, but it's going to be a power-packed 17 minutes.
Yep.
Power-packed. Now, I must say that, the fees don't change. They don't go down. Let me say that. So for 17 minutes, the fees don't go down. Florida Realtors, if you listen to that, thank you guys so much. I love you. Without you, there is no me. You complete me or compliment me, whatever it is. But the idea or the segment that I'm talking about is being world renowned. And I know that that's world renowned as a company. You'll see my hashtag is be world renowned, but world renowned. And we didn't even get a chance to talk about this. So on the next one, when I come back,
you're
when I'm coming
definitely
back,
going to be back. I think the people are going to ask for you.
When I come back, just the concept of the mindset of being world renowned has nothing to do with real estate. It's more about, like I said, it's a lifestyle and how you live and what you embody and what you put out into the universe or your environment. And when you do that, if you do it right, you will be a force that cannot be stopped.
How am I doing? Am I on the way to that?
You are. I tell you what. So, and that's one of the things I don't tell you often, but I hope you picked up on it when I said usually the people I deal with are people that I've been around or who have been pursuing me for 2 to 3 years. But every now and then you'll meet a couple of people, and especially for young men, you'll meet someone that you see. Either you see them have something special or you see yourself in them. So where you're going, as long as you continue to want to grow and want to improve, and as long as you are coachable and you can receive instruction and take a criticism as critique and not as something that's a slap in the face, but more of, okay, here is a turn as more instead of a stop. If you continue to do that, you're going to be fantastic. So and it's one of the things, like when I had the training that I had for all real estate agents, everyone was like, Neal, why are you bringing this? You were 19 at the time. Why are you bringing this 19-year-old kid in here with all of us realtors? And he's not in real estate. He's young. He's, and we're doing good numbers and all this because, I saw something, but then also being willing to take a chance, and so I tell everyone when they meet Alex, you guys have to be careful because I can beat him up as far as emotionally and all that, but you guys have to be careful. You guys got to be gentle with him because he's my retirement plan. So that's part of it. Like, I don't know if you've heard that before, but I told you at 40 I'm done with real estate.
Yes.
And I have to invest life into life so that in 4 years when I'm done, I have to have someone who's just getting cranked up or started or has the momentum going, so then I can just come over and hang out and I can wear my shoes in your studio.
Absolutely.
So I can wear my shoes in your studio. I will not be when you get your studio, sir, when you have the decked out mega studio, and I can request my Dr. Pepper and Mr.
Oh,
Pibb,
you'll get
and
custom Starbucks order right when you walk in.
Oh, and I get a custom Starbucks.
I'll text it to my assistant at the time.
So all of that, that's part of the reason. But it just goes back to paying it forward, because I know that if my mentor had never taken a chance on me, both of my mentors, Brad and Roman, if they had not taken a chance on me, then Neal Oates would not be here. World Renowned would not be here. And, it takes, sometimes, like I said, it just takes one person or two people to sit here and see something in you, to speak life into you, that changes the course of not only you, but if you do it right, change the course of the world.
Awesome. But thank you for being on, man. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Last thing before we go.
There we go.
So with Alex, since I'm Neal and the professional, he gets offended because I don't dap him up or slap hands and come in with the bro hug and all that. But my clients, I can't hug my client.
Of course. When I first met him, I wasn't, as a young person in this relationship, I wasn't going to be the one to introduce the dap, the slap up, whatever you want to call it. I just took to the professional handshake. But then I saw him give me a handshake a few months ago. Then to another guy right next to me, gave him a dap.
Okay, wait.
It was like that video where
it was like we're President of where they do
Yeah,
Obama.
but basketball.
All right, so we're gonna be real. So I gave Alex a handshake, and then one of my black friends came over, and I gave my black friend, "Yo, what's up, dog?" And we slapped.
Did all that.
And Alex said,
I was disappointed.
He said,
offended.
He said, "What is this?" I said, "Oh, dude, you're not in the group yet." But it's because he's under 20 at the time, and the other cat, he's probably as old as I am. So that's what it was. We have an understanding, but Alex immediately we like, and so now it's still awkward because I'm
50-50. I don't know what we're gonna do.
I try to shake his hand because I'm trying to learn him to give respect. I'm trying to learn him a couple things or two to be respectful. So I go out to shake his hand, and he's got his hand turned like he about to pull me in, and I'm wearing. I don't want to be pulled in all the time. I'm almost 40.
I want to give you a bro hug.
I'm almost 40. I can't be pulled in all the time, man. If I put my hand with the thumb up, if the thumb up, just shake my hand.
You gotta have the hand like
this. No, if my thumb is up, just and he be grabbing me, people, and be hurting my back. I got bad.
I'm grabby.
Hips. He is grabby.
Yeah.
All right. Now that could be an issue depending on who you grab and who you touch. All right, people. So I don't know how we usually end this, but I'm going to end this. I'm going to end this the way that I end my stuff. Until next time, if you don't hear it, know that I love you. I care about you. That you are important and that you have value. Most importantly, don't be average. Be world renowned.
Boom. Awesome. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
My pleasure, sir. Yep.